With CM Punk apparently denying a return to WWE and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Revealing a new sponsorship partner for AEW, Sean Ross Sapp Fightful said, as mentioned, there is a significant sponsorship involvement planned for the Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Paul White, and Kota Ibushi tag team match. We're told that content was filmed to promote it. We've learned that it is with Sega. Stars of the Iron Claw film, Zac Efron, who plays Kevin Von Erich, Jeremy Allen White, who plays Kerry Von Erich, and Harris Dickinson, who plays David Von Erich, were asked if they had any intention of actually taking part in a pro wrestling match, to which they told AEW, "Oh, I would jump in." White replies immediately, "I would love to." Dickinson agrees. You remember at the end of the shoot, we were like, should we try and do this for real? We went to Sean and we're like, Sean, call them. Tell them we're ready. White recalls. Yeah, call WWE, Efron chimes in. Say we're going to do it. Dickinson turns to the others with a slightly more serious look. Honestly, he says slowly, would you do it if they asked you? White gives an immediate F yeah, vigorously nodding his head. He and Dickinson then look at Efron, who stops to consider and grins. Only if all you guys were there. Asked to name a Hollywood star to portray him in a biopic based on his life, Seth Rollins said this on Mythical Kitchen. Maybe Jared Leto. I'd say Jason Momoa, but he's more of a Roman Reigns kind of vibe. I'll maybe go Jared Leto. Talking about his role as a commentator on AEW Collision, Kevin Kelly noted on the AEW Unrestricted podcast, "It's been fun and exciting and thrilling and very stressful all at once. I can't assume that anybody knows anybody, so I have to tell everybody's story like they're seeing and hearing them for the first time. I have not done live television in 20 years. I don't have that time in AEW. That's been the biggest adjustment for me. Everything is happening so fast and the moment's gone. And then it's like I think of it later, but it's too late." For an AEW status update on Jake the Snake Roberts, Sean Ross Sapp Fightful said that in addition to reappearing on screen for All Elite Wrestling, we're told that Jake Roberts is also scheduled for some community events. Speaking about the issues that she has with social media as a professional wrestler, Saraya told the Cruise Show, "Right now I have a social media cleanse where I completely take it off my phone. I don't read the comments. I don't see girls that look 10 times better than me. I don't see that kind of stuff. I try to avoid it. That's a big part of it. The environment you put yourself in, the crew you have around you, you can have people who bring you down or you can have people that elevate you. Those are the people I like to be around. We all elevate each other. Social media is hell. The devil. Just take it off your phone." I had to say to my girl Ruby the other day. She did a wrestling match, and the wrestling community online can be very unforgiving, and they can be mean for no reason. They were just attacking her, and she was texting me about it. They're just destroying us. Delete it off your phone, then it doesn't exist. You feel a lot better when you don't have it on your phone. Recalling the time he defeated CM Punk for the ECW Championship in WWE, Chavo Guerrero said on Rene Dupree's podcast, "That story of me beating CM Punk, so Punk was the champ in ECW, he was very cool. And the reason why we started working is because he went to Vince McMahon and goes, hey, first he came to me and goes, hey, Chavo, you want to work a program with me? I was like, hell yes. He goes, Eddie was a big influence on me, and I just think that we could do really well. So we went to Vince. Vince approved it, liked it. it. Originally, this is Chris Jericho told me this, he was pretty high up there. He told me, you were supposed to just have a small program with CM Punk, and when it was time to take it off Punk, then we're going to put it on Shelton Benjamin, but because you work so well together, they put it on you. It was not the original plan. So that's kind of how that happened. Man, I loved working with Punk. All the stuff going on with him now, I'm not there, I don't see it, but I had no issues whatsoever when we worked together. We worked together probably 200 or 300 times, or hundreds of times, a long time for months and months. We never had a problem, literally not one issue. We'd call most of it in the ring, we'd go in there and just go for it. It was awesome. I had no issues with him. I wish we'd work again. That's how much I liked it. Asked about Rob Van Dam's appearances in AEW, Sabu told Title Match Network, I thought it was awesome. Would have been better if he came out with me. He came out and he had a surprise, and it ended with all of us. I wanted him to win the FTW belt, give it to me, and then in my final match, I lose it back to Hook. I didn't say it to nobody. That's just my thought. I like Hook. He's a good guy, a good kid, very respectful. Needs to gain some weight, of course, and experience, but I think he has a good future. It would be my pleasure to help him. When it comes to a signing in AEW that took place months ago, Ringside News wrote that according to Sean Ross Sapp behind Fightful's paywall, AEW secured the services of 25-year-old Megan Bayne, an emerging talent renowned for her skills in the independent wrestling circuit. In fact, she has been signed with the company for months now. However, she has not been seen on television for a long time. Bayne would frequently wrestle on the YouTube shows Dark and Dark Elevation. AEW is taking a strategic approach to Bayne's development, as she was dispatched to Tokyo Joshi Pro several months ago to hone her craft. AEW has no plans in place for Bayne for her return, but they are closely monitoring her progress so that they can use her once the company is happy with her in-ring improvement. While she has previously competed for Mexican pro wrestling promotion AAA, Conan revealed why Tessa Blanchard will not be brought back to the company, saying on Keeping It 100, "No, why would I bring her in, bro? She was very disrespectful. She was like, oh, the only reason I'm in effing Mexico is because of Daga. Really? Okay." And she said, "Why do you guys do this? Why do you guys do that?" I go, "Because, newsflash, this is Lucha Libre, not US wrestling. And bro, it would be very uncomfortable after the way Blanchard and Daga got separated that she'd be in the same dressing room with him, and then I don't want to put him in that position. They were married. She hooked up with some other guy and he found out like one of the boys." While LA Knight recently had a match for the undisputed Universal title at Crown Jewel, it seems WWE thinks that his popularity has peaked, as Ringside News writes that Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated noted that WWE currently has no immediate plans for Knight to win the Royal Rumble or challenge Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. As Ringside News exclusively reported, WWE already has those winners figured out. Internally, there is reportedly a belief that LA Knight has reached the pinnacle of his popularity despite being a beloved figure in pro wrestling. Although Knight's merchandise sales are thriving, WWE seems to be shifting their focus toward other storylines. Barrasso explained that LA Knight needs to connect with crowds on a deeper level at this stage. The aftermath will help determine Knight's future. A 20-year wrestling veteran, he is hungry to finally have his moment as WWE champion. In order for that to happen, Knight will need to connect with crowds on a deeper level after Crown Jewel. Part of the concern is related to something Reigns mentioned during SmackDown, implying that Knight is merely a redneck imitation of The Rock. If those behind the scenes perceive a lack of originality in Knight's character, he must find a way to forge a deeper emotional connection with the fans. After taking part in a match for a WWE live event yesterday, Becky Lynch could be seen interacting with a medic and limping. It remains to be seen if an announcement is made regarding this injury. With WWE higher-ups recently denying a call between board members and CM Punk, the man himself is apparently denying a comeback to WWE. As Sean Ross Sapp said for Fightful's Backstage Report podcast, "I can tell you that CM Punk has told friends of his, close friends of his, no, that is not accurate. No board meeting planned, not scheduled for Survivor Series." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.